Here we have an Asus laptop, Asus ROG J751J, that came in for no power. We already tried the laptop to confirm, and the laptop is not powering on. And this one is an expedited service. Let's read what the customer wrote. Toddler spilled half a gallon of tea on laptop. Disassembled immediately to air. Reassembled a week after, does not turn on. So basically, tea spilled on the laptop, and the laptop is not powering on now. We already disassembled the board right here, and let's take a look. Since liquid spilled on the laptop, let's go ahead and do visual inspection just to see if there are signs of liquid anywhere on the board. The laptop was working before, and then it stopped working after a liquid spill. So it's very possible that liquid hit a sensitive area or damaged some components on the board. Right now, that's the first thing I want to do. Quick visual inspection. And we are looking for signs of liquid. CPU right here. And so far the board looks clean. I do not see any signs of liquid. And I do not see anything obvious except for that bubble. Where did that bubble come from? That's a very good question. Just left to the 9th dimension. One way. So this side of the board looks clean. And these are our power MOSFETs. The charger is plugged right over here at the socket, and we have our power MOSFETs here. While at it, why don't we measure those MOSFETs and see if we have a short? Meter in diode mode, and let's measure to see if we have a short. And we do have a short. So we do not know if that short was caused by liquid spill or if the laptop just failed. Let's continue with visual inspection. Flip the board. And we are currently inspecting back of the board. I mean, I see absolutely no sign of liquid damage. Nowhere. So maybe the laptop just failed because of some failed component and not because of liquid damage. Oh, I see something here. Oh yeah, look at this. Okay, I spoke too soon. So this is the area that was hit. Meter in diode mode. I want to measure this capacitor and see if it's short into ground. And it doesn't look like it. That's ground here, and this side is good. What about this one? And this one is not good. It could be that the cap itself is what's bad, or maybe something else on the board that is causing the cap to read as a short. Same thing with the one next to it. They're connected in parallel. And what if we measure rest of the caps in this area? and we're good here. But what was that black thing in this area? I do not see any blown components, and I do not see anything here that may have caused that black spot in the center. Let's go ahead and remove this capacitor and see if that will release our short. And we do. Is the capacitor itself shortened to ground? No. So the cap is good. What if we take the second cap out? Just to eliminate the fact that it could be the caps. Yeah, problem is not the caps. Let's put those caps back, and we have to look further. It could be the chip that is causing the short, or it may be something else. We do not know. Okay, done. Those caps are soldered on perfectly. Right? Get rid of the glare, and let's just fix the capacitors. All right. The bottom is ground, so it doesn't matter if they touch because both of them are ground. And the fine seal brush will make everything look like new. Right now we have to keep this chip in mind. We do not know if this chip is good or not, or if that chip is what's causing the short here. We'll keep it in mind. Looks like we may have signs of corrosion here. I do not see any other signs of corrosion on the board. I'm just gonna pick MOSFETs at random. $30K. The gate is $30K. 29.9, 27.6, 27, and 27. We are good here. Oh well, we're good here. And what if we check those MOSFETs here? 0.8 voltage drop, 0.3. We should be good here. Look at this. I see something obvious here. I see signs of burned factory flux right here. That's a sign of factory burned flux. It means this area suffered a lot of heat and flux was released from under the chip and it bubbled up right here. So it's very possible that we have a problem here. Look at this. I see more burnt flux here. Factory burnt flux. Meter in diode mode. We're good here. What about the second one? 0.45. And let's measure gate to source. We're good here. We are good here. And let's measure down here. Oh, we have a short on gate. What about this one? We have a short on gate. We are good here. We are good here. We're good here. And we're good here. So it could be one of the two or both of them. Wow, we found it. And I'm using the Real Life multifunctional tool. Great for scraping or applying solder paste. You can find this tool on our website. We added a lot of new products onto our site, and we have a lot more products coming in. Right now, since we do not know which one is faulty, or it could be both, let's go ahead and remove the first one. Trial and error. We have to be careful because we have an aluminum capacitor here. If you apply a lot of heat here, it's gonna pop. Right now, since the aluminum capacitor is right next to the MOSFET, we're gonna heat up from the bottom so that capacitor does not blow up. And just for safety, I'm gonna use my goggles and we're gonna apply heat from the bottom. Starting to bubble up. And let's measure. The short is gone. No more short. We have a reading of 0.38 and that's perfect. So all we need to do is replace that MOSFET and we should have a working laptop. So today we were able to figure this out without having to use a thermal camera or voltage injection. All by just doing visual inspection. Okay, so we're gonna use this MOSFET. So let's apply just a little bit of solder here. A little bit there. And just a little bit right over here. And now we're gonna do the same. We're gonna apply heat from the bottom. And Big Boss just left, so he's not gonna be able to reassemble and test this motherboard. All right, and we should be good. Legs on the bottom are touching, so it doesn't matter if we have this blob. But just to save the world from complaints, let me go like this. Meter in diode mode. 0.4, and that's okay. 0.3, and it's going up because the board is still hot. Great. We did it. And one last thing I'm going to do is measure the power MOSFETs just to see if we still have a short. Do we still have a short here? And we do not. And I also want to measure the two capacitors that we thought the short was coming from. But of course I forgot where they are, so we have to look for them. And right there. Let's see, do we still have a short here? And we do not. We are reading 0.4 voltage drop. So we're good. We figured it out. We do not have a short anywhere on the board now. Power MOSFETs are testing good. The two caps here are testing good. And we got rid of the MOSFET that was causing the problem. We're not going to be able to test the laptop today. Big Boss already left, and he has the laptop taken apart in 6 million pieces. So we're going to have to wait until tomorrow. But we did what we had to do. We got rid of the short, and the motherboard should work. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and we'll do something else in the next video.